Hello there everybody, welcome back to the Secret World. This is Soulkrist playing Soulkrist. You might notice that we are in a different area from when we last were. That is because my computer decided to start downloading Windows 10, and to rightly stop that I had to simply shut it down, thus losing the previous playthrough I was doing. So I had to pick up a different quest just so I could pick up the next quest and you still see the cutscene. So let's just pick up where we left off, doing Drognet. Andy has a theory about the sea monsters and how to potentially slow their advance. Kill Drog and destroy their pods to find out if he's onto something. And this is just, do you want to fail on the mission you were previously on? The answer is yes. I would really like to show you guys the video for that. Oh man, I'm sorry. Apparently it has all my stuff from when I originally did it still saved. So pretty much, I apologize for that. Pretty much he just talks about, hey, zombies or whatever, but these things from the sea are not normal. He also kind of drops a hint that his dad was some sort of sociopath or something. Talks about his dad killing kittens in the sea. His dad is also dead, but then he says, I really miss those kittens. So I don't, either he's in complete denial and shock about his dad, or he just really does not love the man, because I mean, the man was crazy. So what we did originally in the quest, we had to come over here and kill 3 of these Thane and Fager Impalers. They're the ones with the impaling style arms. After that, we had to kill 3 Maulers, which are these guys. They got the bloody neat looking arm, as well as 3 of these pods. Now we are on incubators, which are the guys that essentially look. Oh, we spawned a pod, and that's what happens if you spawn a pod, you will be attacked. Pretty much these pods you see right here, we are going to kill what essentially is their product, what is before them, which is these. These things will turn into those pods. My assumption is that they will go and bury themselves in the shore, so you can't actually see that happen quite often. We got a weapon toolkit. That's it's okay. We don't really need it though, because one thing I did do is I went onto my other character, Belokomov, who's kind of my bank, and transferred over a good bit of money as well as weapons that we will want to use and essentially work up to. I'll show you those in a moment when I stop dying. I used the barrier potion there. You can see the yellow is the barrier itself. So you'll see I made this weapon, which is a quality level 9. It's very, very powerful. We won't be able to use it for a little bit. I also made a quality level 9 elemental focus, which I'm actually going to be going for that one first. I also just shipped this over. We'll be able to use it very soon. It's a slight upgrade. It's an elemental focus as well. We need to kill 1 more incubator for this, and then we'll go to the 4 out of 5 tiers. And you always want to move out of stuff. Just like in any MMO, you don't want to stand in lava or poison or whatever it happens to be. Now we need to kill 3 Fager Brood Witches. If anyone knows the proper way to pronounce that and can spell it out phonetically, let me know, because I doubt it's Fager. But it might be, I don't know. I'm not the Pope, I don't know everything. In the water, it's rather hard to see the AoE stuff, so you kind of want to watch out when you're doing aquatic-based combat, because you are more likely to miss an assault on you. We're going to see if we can pull this one without anybody else. The answer was no. Try our AoE. Pop a barrier just in case. Yep, we died. And it happens. I was going to say I already said it, but it was actually in the video that we lost. That if you are not careful and you fight too many things without the proper equipment, you will die. We are still very weak. We do not have good equipment yet. We only have 2 essentially armor pieces. So I should be a little more cautious than that. I do apologize, but at least you can see death. Everything goes black and white. You run incredibly fast, which is really nice. And like most games, you can see where your body is. So while I look around for, I guess, that chick right there, actually, I'm going to let my health regenerate. This is not what I was hoping for. I wonder if I can pull this guy without her. Let's find out. The answer was no, but let's take him out of here. Alright, I feel safer when I was just turning. A few quests, like 2 to 3 more quests in, and I will feel so much more confident and safe, essentially. Because we'll kind of be granted equipment, you know, starting gear. Like in most games, they give you a cap, belt, the pieces you need. Oh, we got to fight him. So once we get that, we'll be a little more. We'll be granted more health. So we take more hits, we'll be granted more attack rating, so we kill faster. I'm going to be avoiding gear that gives defense for the most part. I'm going to be avoiding gear that gives magic defense. Because I am just going straight DPS build. What we want is actually that big thing in the background, the Figure Lord. We're going to go attack it, and it will actually be the end of this quest. Ooh, there's some lore right there. We're always going to go for that first. This boat is actually a dungeon. It takes us to a dungeon. I've never actually been in there yet. It's a higher level one. We'll go there eventually. Lady Margaret, which is actually the name of that boat. We'll get into Lady Margaret as we go more. It's actually an important feature of this section. I'm saying something there. Oh, we got yeah. Okay. I was saying something, but I don't quite remember what. I apologize for that. If I, when I go through to edit this, if I listen to it, I will add like a note, a text note in there, so we can just turn this in, send report. This will give us a new weapon. We're going to go with pistol because we have, you know, a better elemental focus weighting. We do need to put a point into pistols to do that. We'll put that in damage. Our passive for this one is the pistol abilities have a 6% chance to deal an additional 50% damage. Essentially, as we get higher than that, we will increase the odds of that proccing. So we're going to switch from a 75 power weapon to 101 with also critical power rating. That is fantastic. Plus, they look like German Nazi losers, which are always fucking cool. So we're gonna go back to town now, and I don't think I can get in here through right there though. Realistically, I should be able to. Then again, HP Lovecraft monsters are attacking, so what's realistic about this game, aside from the fact that it's one of the more realistic MMOs out there because it's set in the real world? But I digress. Or do I? I do. We're actually... Yeah, we're gonna go. Actually, we're gonna turn in one of that post office, the neither snow nor rain, nor zombies, to kind of mark, hey, this is a quest section area or giver. Blah, I'll learn to talk one day. But we're not gonna do her stuff yet because I would like to do the sheriff first. Attacking. Yeah, I'm gonna actually kill him. Oh, I feel like a scrub. Since I purchased this game on Steam a while back, I didn't know it at the time, but I'd done it when there was some sort of promotion. whether it was a at the time promotion or if it's something that's still there if you buy it on Steam. I don't know. But when we get to a safe spot, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to press the apostrophe button, which should open up my store. It did not, so let's go in the menu. And oh, it's comma, that's why. Dirk. And so I have claim items. I can get the Screaming Demon Ring, which will help us level faster, as well as give us some power. A little Cthulhu shirt, why not? A Steam shirt, because that's what about the game. Show that supports Steam. What? By the way, if you want to play this game, you can usually find it on sale on Steam for about $10. Do it. And a Temple Cat, a pet. Okay. Let's exit this. We will use the cat essentially to, put in our inventory. This ring right here, 19 crit, 108 health, 16 pen rating, and 74 attack rating. Also, until we reach 3 million accumulated experience points, which we can easily track right here. We're currently at 384,000. We will get an increase gain of experience. I really wish I would have put that on earlier. Then you want to hit Shift P, or just go down here to pets and sprints. See if we have different sprints. We can look at what we have. You see we can get scooters and dead fast and hoverboards and motorcycles. But we're gonna just go to our pet. Summon pet. She will be hanging out with us. She also gives us a little buff. Summons the Temple Cat, increases all damage done by 5% on non-glancing attacks, and has a 10% chance to grant a heal over time. Essentially, this cat will save our life. Had we had that cat out and this ring equipped, we probably would not have died at that previous juncture. Let's turn this in. I'm only going to read this once because we're going to get this message a decent amount. It's for when you do a relatively unimportant to the story quest, and you do a quest that essentially is just showing you a location. Your field report has been received and is currently being analyzed and evaluated. Thank you for your contribution. We will contact you if more information is needed. A reward and cash bonus has been credited to your account. So we get a measly amount of experience, but it's something. We get packs of mana and a black bullion, which, as I've said before, we will go over those when time comes. I do want this as soon as possible as well because it just increases damage done by all elemental attacks. We will use that till the end of the game. 10% increase, I believe it is. Yes, 10% increase to all elemental damage, and since we're going to primarily be using elemental damage spells, it's fantastic. So we're going to do some quests for the sheriff now. Helen Bannerman. Good, and it is normal, so we're going to get 75,000 instead of, I believe it was 54,000. Helen Bannerman and the survivors at the police station are running out of supplies. Go around the stores and businesses of the Kingsmith and look for food and other things they might need. Okay.
Ain't this a heck of a thing? 3 years without firing a shot, other than putting down some animal got itself hit by a truck. These past nights, we've gone through bullets like candy at Halloween. I used that jail cell to dry out old paperwork mostly, or Bill Dexter when he'd had a bad one. Now I've got all these folks good as locked in here, and no sleeping it off for the morning either. The way things are headed, I'm seeing us outlasting our supplies. Not by much, if it comes to that. Andy finds what he can, but with the cruisers stuck propping up the barricade... So I'm obliged to anyone who'll poke around town a piece. Bring in the essentials. We can call it requisitioning. I don't think the store owners will be writing this one off as an act of God.
I'm kind of curious what this whiteboard says. Norma Henry Rogert, woman. Ed Krieg, Ellie, contact Reds for supplies. Andy, okay, you have to do that. Emergency frequencies, test at. Okay. Safe houses, Kingsman's Congregational, I guess that's it. Town Hall is no longer good. Susie's in the firehouse, we'll see why those are no longer good. Possible Lloyd and... oh my, no one cares about Possible Lloyd. I forgot to set my timer,
Be safe out there,
so this will either be a long episode or a short episode, because essentially I'm going to do this quest, and then we're going to call the episode. So I just don't know the software I use, which is Fraps. Oh, we need to read this phone book, by the way, for supply run, and it'll tell us locations to go to. We will start with the Susie's Diner. I guess, to my knowledge, Fraps doesn't tell me how long a video is until, you know, it's done. Why didn't I just go around? Whatever. If I'm wrong in that, do let me know. But I'm currently not aware. I just got Fraps the other day, so I'm new to using it. So suck it. Also, we're gonna pick up the next round of the postal van. This one will ask us to go to the church, but then we won't pick up the third one for a bit because it's a little out of the way. And these guys would have attacked us, so I'm gonna attack them. And eventually we'll get just a nice little AoE. That'll make little mob attacks like this just all the faster. Do apologize if my voice is a bit bleh right now. It is late. I've been wanting to make this episode for a couple of hours, but I'm currently watching Mage Master play Final Fantasy X, and that guy is he is fantastic. Check out Mage Master. He does a lot of Final Fantasy games. I watched him play through number 9. I'm currently watching him play through 10. Right now, as of like almost June of 2016. What's the actual day? May 23rd or May 31st of 2016. He is doing a Let's Play of Final Fantasy VII, one of the most classic and iconic of JRPGs essentially in the world. It's, you know, one of the most talked about ever. It just is. He's fantastic. His commentary is fun. He's witty. The way he's English, he's British, so you know, for Americans we tend to like how that accent sounds. And he's just funny. He's also just quite knowledgeable about the games he's doing a Let's Play on. Seems he only does, so far I'm only on a second Let's Play of his, but you know, it seems he does Let's Play on games that he knows well, which I think is very good. It's kind of how I'm doing. I know the Secret World pretty damn well. By the way, we need to come and collect ammunition boxes. I'm also doing a Let's Play for Chrono Cross, which is my favorite RPG of all time. And I've beaten it over 8 times, so I know it incredibly well. I need to click on this. And then I'm also doing one of Lunar Silver Star Story. Once that is complete, or once one of those 2 are complete, I think I'm gonna start up Super Mario RPG for Super Nintendo. Actually, I think that would be really fun. I think it's not one that's put up a lot to my recollection. I've looked. And then I also might do, you know, shorter games like SNES's King of Dragons, which for me was always a favorite, I guess, action game that I did. My brother and I would always play 2 players on Super Nintendo with that game. It's just tons of fun. But you know, we'll see. We'll see where this, where I want to go with this channel, because it's not a whole lot of work. It's not hard to edit these things, but it is. Okay, now we need to come to Flag's Pharmacy. We're going to quote-unquote enter, but we just do that. Now we need to find another phone book, which, lo and behold, is right in front of us. Like I said, it's not a lot of work necessarily to make and upload these videos, but the finishing of them does take a lot of time just for the processing. Now we need to go to the fire department. Like, you know, I'm going to be editing out load screens and what have you, which doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's quite simple. But when I say, because, you know, Fraps will make a video that's half an hour long, and it'll be 63 gigabytes in size, which is ridiculous. And then I put it through my editing software, and then that compresses it down to about 1.5 gigabytes, obviously far more manageable. But then, you know, so that in itself takes 15 or so minutes. Then I have to upload to YouTube, which takes about half an hour, I guess. My upload speed might be decent, might be bad, I don't know. You tell me, you know, experience in this realm. But you know, so it's once a 30-minute video is done, it takes almost an hour to get it on YouTube. And so I can't make them all the time. So where I was going with that, I'm sorry. I've been wanting to make this video for a bit, but I've been watching Mage Masher play Final Fantasy X. It's been incredibly fun, and I obviously can't record a Let's Play while watching one because it would capture his audio, because I don't know how to make it not. What the hell is happening there? That was a weird glitch, lag glitch, whatever. So we're here to collect first aid kits. We need 3 of them. Sorry, I just rambled on and on. I do apologize for that. Fucking, I will try to avoid it. Damn well, future. Boy, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna try to just get back to, you know, being me, because I mean, my friends tell me that I'm funny. I think I'm funny. I make myself laugh, which I guess, you know, is something. But the way I do it is just, you know, I like referential comedy. I don't know if that's even a word or a thing, but that's what I've called it for years. By that I mean I make comedy out of referencing other things in and out of context. Like, boy, I'll tell you what. Now, it's just a reference to King of the Hill, which I find the way Hank Hill talks hilarious, as so many other people do. It's just this iconic redneck of like, oh, brother. And so, you know, it's just good fun. But that's my humor style. That's what I like to make me laugh. I also like race comedy a lot, but I'm a white guy, so I'm not really supposed to, you know, do it. I still do, but I'm not supposed to, you know. I mean, I once made a black joke. Someone said, "Oh, you can't make a black joke," and I said, "Why?" They said, "Oh, because you're white." By the way, this guy right here, he's part of the missing persons. And I said, well, why can't I? So, because you're white. And I was like, but a black guy made a white joke. And they're like, oh, well, it's different. Why? Because they're black. That's kind of the definition of racist, is disallowing. It's one of the definitions of racism, not the, because I mean, the is more so the superiority of one race over another kind of thing. But telling me that I can't do something because of my skin color, I believe a racist concept. I believe though that since I'm a white dude, I'm not supposed to complain, but I think it's horse hockey, so I'm going to. And more actually, I'm not going to complain all that much. I'm just going to essentially live my life the way I want to. I'm not personally racist. A lot of my family is, and it really pisses me off, to be honest with you. Like if my mom says something all bigotry like, or my grandpa does, I get rather upset. Heavily because I was born in I was raised in a town where about 90 to 95% of the town was Mexican, because it was right on the border of Mexico. Ball sack is that? I don't think we can use that. No, we can't. So you know, I grew up around predominantly Mexicans. Ergo, if I had a problem with them simply for being Mexican, I would have had 0 friends. What I really learned about them is their food is fantastic. That's pretty much what I got out of it. As a people themselves, they actually have culture, something us whites don't really have in the United States, which is sad. But gosh, their food is brilliant. So after supply run, we'll come here, we will turn it into the storeroom, and then we will turn in the quest. Let's see what it says. The efforts of local law enforcement are symbolic at best. You are there to contain the situation and find out what happened, not be the gopher for a lost cause. However, your data on Kingsmith's layout is useful, and we want more. We need to know as much as possible about hotspots of activity in order to form an action plan. Fun fact, town's population is 1547, and we're estimating a 98% conversion rate. Ciao ciao. Ouch, that's sad. So we're going to get this authority bracelet, which will give us some hit rating, some health, and attack rating. That is fantastic. We will live a little bit longer. What is this? It is not an upgrade, so yeah. So guys, I'm going to call this episode. Thanks for watching. I'm Soulkrist. Please like and subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff that I guess I'm supposed to say at the end of the video. And I'll see you on the next episode of The Secret World, which for me will be about 5 seconds. See you there.